Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Today is my final day of being 60 years old. And I still don't dye my hair. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about myself. I'm here to talk about the Beatles' song, I Want You, She's So Heavy. John Lennon, vocals, lead guitar, organ, Moog, synthesizer. Paul McCartney, backing vocals, bass. I didn't know he played bass on this track. George Harrison, backing vocals, lead guitar. Ringo Starr, drums and congas. Now, I did not know this. Billy Preston, Hammond organ. I did not know Billy Preston was on Abbey Road at all. And all of this information, as I usually say, is on thebeatlesbible.com. And as I also say, maybe not every fact is accurate, but that's the internet for you. Some of the stuff I tell you isn't accurate either, because once in a while I like to lie. The obsessiveness of the lyrics is reflected in the repetitiveness. Getting too old to read these long words. I'll skip the first sentence. The song contains the same phrases played over a number of rhythmic, tempo, and time signature variations. Perhaps the sheer otherness of I Want You explains why it was so well liked by all members of the Beatles. Most remarkable, however, is the grinding 3-minute finale, featuring Lennon and Harrison's massed overdubbed guitars multi-tracked many times over the same relentless chord pattern, which was slashed at full volume to give the impression that it could have gone on forever. Lennon also used the white noise generator from a Moog synth to get the howling wind effect. And I knew about the white noise generator and all that, but I thought George Harrison had done that on the track. But I don't know. The Beatles taped 35 takes of the basic rhythm track at Trident Studios on February 22nd, 1969. The next day, again in Trident, a composite edit was assembled, consisting of the early part of take 9, take 20 for the middle section, and take 32 for the rest of the song. And Jeff Jarrett, one of the engineers, said, John and George went into the far left-hand corner of studio number 2 to overdub those guitars. They wanted a massive sound, so they kept tracking and tracking over and over. And, as you know, all of the Beatles enjoyed the song, and a lot of Beatles fans, this is one of their favorites. It's never been one of mine. In fact, it's pretty low in my rankings. It goes between What Goes On. I'm just joking. I love the song. I think, when I first bought the album and played it, I think I was kind of almost shocked with the simplicity of the lyrics. So it took me a while to warm up to it. And it was just, and bluesy and all that, and being a young kid, it wasn't one of my favorite tracks on the record. But through the years, of course, it's grown in stature very quickly for me, and it is definitely one of my favorite Beatles tracks. And I just listened to it again. I listened to all of Abbey Road again last night, and it always sounds fresh. Most Beatles songs sound so fresh, and you're always, I don't know what it is, but you're always picking up, oh, I never heard that before, and you don't know what to follow. Sometimes you follow the drums and of course the bass, the guitar, the vocals. There's just so much to follow, and sometimes you just listen to the whole song and everything together. It's kind of weird. But that last 3 minutes, it's one of my favorite, sections of a song of all time. And I love the way it's cut off. I think it's quite a jolt for anybody, the first time they hear it. And I was thinking this last night, and then somebody in my community also mentioned that they always think they know when it's going to cut off, but they always miss it. And the same with me for the most part. I'm sure you train yourself enough times, you'll know when it does end, or cheat and look at the time, but it's always a little bit of a surprise when it ends. And I love how it goes into, the vinyl days. You flip the record over and it goes into Here Comes the Sun. It's like, the sun is out again after that kind of dark, foreboding last few minutes of side one. I said foreboding. I made up a word I haven't ever used in my videos. Aren't you impressed with my intelligences? But John Lennon's vocals, his scream, the different sections of the song, the first slow part, then it kind of goes into this, the tempo moves up and goes a little faster. But like I said, it's the guitars at the end. And I also remember, kind of rambling a bit, I also remember reading about James Hetfield of Metallica. I guess he wasn't a Beatles fan, but somebody was playing I Want You, She's So Heavy in the back when he was being interviewed or something, I don't know. And he said, I don't even know if he knew who it was, he said, that's some heavy S-H-I-T. It sure is. The white noise, I was almost thinking of asking this in the community. Do you like that white noise, how it comes in, or do you kind of wish they'd left that off? I think it kind of does add to the track, but it would still be interesting to hear it without the that white noise. I'm getting old, so sometimes, I just space out for a minute. Now, for the biggie, in my rankings, and I think maybe about 20% of the Beatle fans out there would totally agree with me. It goes really highly ranked between Hey Jude and Something at number 6. That's right, number 6. And so I would really love your thoughts on I Want You, She's So Heavy in the comment section below. And please, I usually don't say this, but please remember, if you enjoy my videos, to like them. I guess it helps in the ratings and everything. And also leave a comment, even if you just say, I watched this video and I was really highly entertained. Thanks for watching. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, tonight I believe I'm uploading a video with Molly where we talk about Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie. We do basically a review of it in the car.